Alrighty, everyone. I am back with Doki Doki Literature Club. I am just loving this. It's a story about a nerd who's just like me, and yeah, let's just go right into it. Last we left, we're writing a poem, so I gotta write a poem to impress a group of girls. So I need to know. Okay, so what? Adventure. Awesome. Bunny. Grief. Nightgown. Disaster. Oh, okay, so she's the goth girl. I want to get her to kawaii. Secretive. I like the way she's going. Pleasure. Desire. You gotta know the right words to woo a lady. Fortunately, I'm a master. Misfortune. Oh, misfortune got her. Okay. Intellectual. Sticky. Sticky passion. Passion is sticky. Passion. Rain cloud. I like rain clouds, actually. I love the rain. Rain's awesome. Aura. She likes magic stuff. Fireworks, daydream, joy. Chocolate! Sorry, I had a brain fart there. Bliss. I like the word bliss. Destiny. Melancholy. Wrath! This is taking a turn at the worst here. Crimson! Viviscious! I don't know how to spell that. Hi again, Paragon. I hope I'm getting the voices right. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Paragon. Oh, you got it. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. What you read? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops back into her seat. That's just...
Don't worry, guys. Paragon always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
You better believe it, baby. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Also because I'm a damn good cook.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Paragon can become good friends too.
You're awesome. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Sayori. I wasn't thinking.
I guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. That's about all the help I give. It's like, oh, what happened? Oh, Don't worry about it. 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 That's for all you cool kids who are listening to all the dubsteps and everything. Yeah. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Very pleasant. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yes, it is. Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Oh, this is so heartwarming! I can't even know what I could do with myself. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Sound like that guy from Black Butler. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. How much hair dye do you think it takes to dye that whole head of hair? I mean, her hair's long. Now that one's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayora and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice the intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. And zing. Well, it makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. I see you getting sweaty right there. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. Well, that's like... There's something fairly obvious here, what Yuri's telling me, but I decided to let it go. It's so obvious! She's so into you! All the other girls are like, yeah, I guess I could be with that if, that's all that was there. But she's like, dang! I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. No, she's got purple hair. Again, anime stereotypes exist. Purple hair equals a cult. If you took a board and you had a string attaching, or you had two things that said purple board and a cult, and you had a string going across, they would go across perfectly straight line, nice taut line. You got that. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Paragon? No, it's not that. I mean, I definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I don't know why I made her voice like Monica's voice. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. Oh, Yuri. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy on that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Wow. I'm rambling again, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. She reminds me a lot of me. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem, where I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Like, I'm going to murder you in your sleep, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Whatever. You're so cute. Just a moment ago you say you were looking forward to it. Yeah. Let me just get to the book. This is like me in real life. Oh wait, no. If it were me in real life, I would be oblivious. She would like make all these fronts like, oh yeah, read this, do this. We can talk about it. And then I'd be like, well, I did it all, and then I talked about it with my other friends. Sorry, but we can re-talk about it with you. Quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. All right, is it fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Whoa. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Am I making you uncomfortable? I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Oh, alright. I feel like she's the only one who really, reads. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha ha ha! What a knee slapper. Hold on a second. There you go. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk and tilt up to Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, we get a new camera angle at this. She's so cute. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, we're holding even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Is this an anime? This is going to take some real strong turns here if we don't are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. Oh, she gives me a little smile. You're not used to reading, right? Don't call me dumb! I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. we continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. So I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own file. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Oh my gosh! We're such nerds! Oh. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Hey-o! Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, Paragon, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry I didn't know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I find it cute. I guess I meant more as kind of cute. Oh, yes! I am reading their mind! I could write this! This is the kind of manga I could get behind. Forget all my, Devangel stuff and all my other, demon hunting things and all my serious equality stuff. Forget all that stuff. I am just going to write little mangas. I'm going to call them intimate mangas. They're my own new invention. It mixes manga and intimacy, and it's just beautiful love and happiness and joy. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from a book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. Well, I am a genius. In that case, feel free to finish its first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back in my bag. Because a bookmark is just too hard to grab. In a literature club! By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. That's so hot. All that really hot, dot in the eyes. You can just see the beauty. Wow. I'm so lonely. Anyways, back to the game. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Hey. Who should I show my poem to first? I can either keep on going with Yuri here, or I can do a twist and go after someone who might not like it as much, or I can just go full on Yuri. I feel like the audience needs some variety. And I feel like the audience will really like, let's show it to Natsuki. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I showed mine with her first. Yeah, okay, that's good logic. Huh?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a
little bit blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Oh, I have to read this.
Eagles can fly. by Natsuki.
Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it.
Yeah, I have a really weird poem reading voice. I told you you weren't going to like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly.
Oh wait, no, I was supposed to be talking.
I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the only thing that made simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Forgot to make her voice squeaky.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. So do I get to show it to someone else? Okay. Now, I'm going to play the long game here. I'm going to show it to Yuri right before we leave. That way, I can, I don't know. Alright, Sayori, because I just want to get you out of the way.
This is a good poem, Paragon. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm just really happy you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Paragon. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Aww, that's so sweet of you.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Oh, yeah, I'm... You think I'm here to read? I'm a big tough man. Do you think I really, do you think I'm here to read? I'm only here for the cute chick. Like, sorry. Yeah. I'm also here for the eventual terror, because apparently this is going to get really disturbing here soon. But I don't care, because I already played horror games. Then again, I didn't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Oh, wow. Dear sunshine, the way you glow
through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making my rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret. But I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
I actually feel a little bit more comfortable about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Oh, you're so cute. All sweaty. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. This would be more fun if it was someone else.
Monique is the best.
Yeah. Next time I won't forget.
Oh, I'm going to write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. Let's go do the Monica. The Moni. Ooh, let's find a new nickname for you. I don't know why this game. I think it's a cheery soundtrack. It's just like really bouncy, happy-go-lucky feel along with these really, really cheesy lines. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like doing activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until we're settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing. I guess I have to. Don't worry, Paragon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Paragon. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when you put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing is full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm saying Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry, so much about that. You do your own thing. You keep exploring and trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I always help find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about being impressed with them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my gosh. Cursive! My weakness! No! Wow, I have to scroll in her poem? Please, you are working way too hard on this. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Wow. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Ah! Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was that inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That way, another way to think about it is this. If you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, now to hit Yuri before we go out. I mean, talk to Yuri before we leave. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use the power of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is my first time, really. I did it, well, in between rounds of Fortnite. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually difficult to form. And having been through it myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh god, it's worse cursive! I mean better cursive! It's my double worst nightmare! I can't read cursive. I mean, I can, but I pretend not to. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last to get replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light thickens. Or flickers. I flicker back. Oh, wow. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah! Well, I just don't read script very often. This guy is me! This game's psychoanalyzing me. I don't like this. This is nerve-wracking. I think Paragon, the stud of him, is like basing some of them off of me. Not the stud part, but the other parts off of me. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Paragon. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject's poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? Oh, it's nothing, really. This is impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Paragon. Me too. Phew. I guess it's everyone. I glance around the room. It's a little bit more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. How come they read mine first? Natsuki's furrowed frustration while Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem at the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph! If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Paragon did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Huh.
And Paragon liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. The music goes quiet. I angered the pink-haired girl! No! I'm so dead!
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
Huh? Okay, never mind. She's playing it off. That's not what I... The music changed now, like... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Paragon appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you just that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose magically grew the size bigger as soon as Paragon started showing up.
This is so bad. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This does not involve you!
I tried to do both their voices at the same time. Oh god! Oh, this game just cracks me up. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me and just notice when I was standing there. Paragon, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. This would have happened in the first place. What's point it makes is that all your poems are too convoluted for no reason. It means you should just jump out as the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Paragon.
Wait. There's a reason why we so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Paragon?
Well?
How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But the more I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So I can ask her help, go for Yuri or Natsuki. Well, I personally like Yuri more, but I don't want to anger the pink-haired girl. Or I could ask for help. I'm going to go with Yuri. Oh, no. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even, take my poem seriously. I can't speak.
I understand. Yuri?
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well. If you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You had it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Paragon. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That thing that Natsuki said. About you know. I would never do anything so shameful. So... What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I would say it's worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Paragon, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. Well, in that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Paragon, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate him. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Paragon, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sarah still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. And with that, I will save the game. Save. And save game. Overwrite first save. There we go, everyone. That is Doki Doki Literature Club, Part 2. I guess it should. Well, Paragon finally confesses his feelings to Yuri. Will Yuri confess her feelings to him? Will the pink-haired girl murder both of them because she's a freaking yandere? Only time will tell. And Doki Doki Literature Club. Bye, everyone.